A normal yield curve, it's like the longer the maturity, the higher the rate. That's common sense. So if I'm going to lend somebody money for a month, I might charge a certain interest rate. But if I'm going to lend you money for 10 years, I want a much higher interest rate because there's a lot more risk, inflation, default, credit risk, who knows what. So a normal yield curve is upward sloping. The longer the maturity, the higher the rate. Okay, right now, yield curves are inverted, which means they're downward sloping, which means the longer the maturity, the lower the rate. Why would you take a lower rate on a 10-year treasury note than you would on an overnight loan, that's where we are today, by the way. The overnight rate is over 5, and the 10-year rate's 3.6, give or take. Well, why would you take a lower rate for a longer term loan? It makes no sense. Well, it makes no sense unless you think the bottom is falling out of the economy. Because if I buy a 10-year note with a 3.7% yield to maturity, which I could do today, that seems low compared to the 5% for the overnight rate, but that might look really good a year from now. If interest rates are 1%, if the 10-year note is 1%, that 3.7% rate is going to look really sweet. It's like, hey, I got to getting a very high return. So in other words, this is the big money. This is the institutional money. This is people who know more than central bankers in many cases, betting that interest rates are going to come down a lot. Because if they weren't, that inverted yield curve would make no sense. And so they're betting that the economy is going into a severe recession. Interest rates are going to drop, and those 3.7% yields are going to look really good. Now, just to get a little more arcane, there's something called the SOFR futures curve. SOFR is the new LIBOR. There were problems with LIBOR, but these are long-term bets on overnight rates. Treasury is a snapshot of what I think the 10-year rate is going to be, but the SOFR is the opposite. They trade in strips, quarterly settlements that go out 3 or 4 years, 5 years, but the longer ones aren't that liquid. But basically, I can make a bet as to what I think the overnight rate is going to be 1 year from today. That yield curve is also steeply inverted. And again, this is the real, who trades SOFR futures? Well, the institutions and central banks and the big money, in other words. And it's in the data. It's not a guess. You can look at it. It's publicly available. And it says rates are going to drop steeply in the months and year ahead.
You've also just recorded this video that will not be available to the public. You're going to talk about this upcoming geopolitical shockwave of what you call the most significant development in international finance since 1971. But then you also explain how anyone can position themselves to profit on this crisis. People can access that at londonreal.tv/Jim. Again, highly recommend people check that out when we're done.
So again, these are, when you have an inverted SOFR yield curve, an inverted treasury yield curve, it's basically the big money betting the rates are going to drop like a stone. Well, why would that be? Well, there are only two reasons. One, a severe recession and a steep drop in inflation. And those two things do go together. One more example, again, I don't want to get too in the weeds, but there's something, the Fed has an overnight reverse repo facility. And what does that mean? So the Fed says, hey, send me give me your cash and I'll give you a treasury bill as collateral, and then we'll unwind it at some point in the future. It's called a reverse repo. So I can call up the Fed, have them send me treasury bills as collateral, give them cash, and they'll pay me interest on that. It's a phone call. I don't have to do anything fancy. Okay. But the Treasury also sells treasury bills at auction, and I can bid on them. And people do. And the yield to maturity on those is lower than the Fed will give you for a phone call. So why would you bid an auction, take the market risk and get a yield that's lower than the one you can get for a phone call? Well, the answer is that the treasury bill that they send me when I do the treasury facility, I cannot rehypothecate it, meaning I have to hold it, give it back to the Fed when they want it, but I can't give it to you or anybody else. Whereas if I bid at auction, I can take that bill, I can pledge it to UBS, UBS can pledge it to Deutsche Bank can pledge it to Barclays, and they do. So, but the reason I bid more aggressively for that and take a lower yield, I'm fighting for a lower yield instead of the higher yield I can get for free, is because I need the collateral. That's a sign that there's a collateral shortage, that banks are reducing their balance sheets, they're unwinding derivatives, et cetera. So sorry to be a little technical, Brian, but the point is when you look at two inverted yield curves and an auction rate that's lower than what you can get for a phone call, they all say the same thing. Rates are going down, the economy is going to crash, and there's collateral scarcity, and banks are tightening up their balance sheets. So they're all bad signs.
Hey, do you want to profit from crypto? Then join my DeFi Academy. The Crypto DeFi Academy will help you create generational wealth. But don't take my word for it. Listen to my students.
When I first got into crypto, I remember thinking to myself, I need to learn more. Brian Rose, learning crypto, learning DeFi, gotta do it.
I am so grateful that I jumped in and did this. I had to break through some limiting beliefs that I can do this, that I can afford this, that I can be in this.
It challenges the things that are deeply rooted within us.
Joining DeFi Academy has been one of the best decisions I have made on my blockchain journey.
This course was a life changer, a game changer, a huge eye-opener, coming from knowing practically nothing at the speed of the learning over 4 weeks was just fantastic.
The information you provided in this class was invaluable.
I feel far more confident in my next steps.
You took complex concepts and made them easier to understand.
What's different than so many other ones is it just doesn't tell you what to do. It actually makes you do it.
This is for people who are serious about becoming traders. This is the way it should be done.
I realized from this learning experience again that it is not about what you learn, but about who you learn it from.
The energy was insane. I've never experienced such incredible energy on a live call. Brian Rose, you are a legend, my friend.
It's the only thing in the market where you can get all information and learn everything what you need to know.
Everything is so clear and so well done, and I am just forever grateful for this program.
It made me feel so much more confident about crypto than I did before.
I did not anticipate how passionate I was going to become about it.
This course has been like a big learning experience for me, not just in the crypto space, but just an overall balance of life.
What I've learned is, how to take ownership, of my life in a way that I really hadn't before.
Yeah, you can't put a price on that, really.
I would recommend it to anybody, top notch.
Excellence does not come cheap. So if you want excellence, you got to pay for it, but it's so worth it.
Pull the trigger. That's what this course is about.
You're not going to regret it, really. It's amazing.
Thank you, Brian and team.
So what are you waiting for? Crypto is happening now. Click the link below, submit your application, and let me mentor you on how to create generational wealth and build the decentralized financial infrastructure of the future.